Alright, welcome Chris to my last vlog for this semester. For it, I will be sharing my perspective on the Vanderzee and George Saunders readings, and then I'll talk about my reaction to the videos on digital technologies and what kind of person I am to have these reactions. So for the readings, I chose two quotes of Len that impacted me. The first quote being, "The sign of being in God's presence is not always as many proclaim. Smiles, health, and happiness." For the second quote, "Usually our most meaningful ministry to others is born not out of our superior wisdom or moral strength or physical well-being, but our brokenness." So I resonated with these quotes because it tells me how God is always there with you at the lowest points in your life, that he isn't only found in our strength, but in our weakness as well. I believe that God clings to our weakest moments when we cry out to him in prayer, those that are weak, in need, or helpless. And in these moments is where our most meaningful ministry is born. How I understand my own life connection with God is being a God wrestler. Many times I come to God in pain or suffering with a desire to be transformed and blessed out of deprivation of him. Growing up, I was taught to submit myself to God, not by giving up my will completely, but that the will God created for me will be merged with his will. To be in agreement with God is choosing to accept him and his will for my life. Jesus willed God's will, and Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. And through Jesus, we can come to the Father and have eternal life in heaven beside both of them. So for the Saunders speech, it was primarily about kindness. What stood out to me about his speech was that as we get older, the kinder we get. We begin to realize how pointless it is to be selfish and unkind to others. And as we get older, we become replaced by love, by our children and grandchildren, because nothing else is more important than them and their happiness. Sometimes I find it hard to be kind to other people that have done me wrong and stop being kind to either them or others because I know what they're capable of and that they're capable of being unkind. But for me, that shouldn't be an excuse to be unkind to others. So for the videos on digital technologies, I had two insights that resonated with me from Cynic. First, that the problem with technology isn't with, that the problem isn't with technology, alcohol, or gambling, it is the imbalance of it. This insight resonated with me because people that do have an improper balance will often find themselves depressed. And the second insight I had was millennials grew up in an instantaneous world and have not learned the right stress coping mechanisms. We have grown up in a world where we can watch anything at any time, binge Netflix episodes and seasons. We can buy something off Amazon and receive it the next day. And we have now come to the point where we can order something off an app called DoorDash and someone will deliver your food right at your doorstep without you needing to get up at all and to get it yourself. And I feel like that for many people that can't find job satisfaction or fulfillment in their lives don't know how to be patient because finding fulfillment takes time. And so do creating trustworthy relationships, which don't happen in an instant either. And Tinder does not count. So overall, I feel like all of these insights and reactions I had from the videos and the readings kind of correlate with one another. And I feel like I am the way I am because of other people and the effects they had on me by either being kind or rude to me, and how I deal with technology in my own life day to day, and how I define myself not by my phone or other people. And I shouldn't do that. I should allow God to help me define myself and who I want to be and the kind of person that he wants me to be. And yeah, that's it for my final vlog. Thanks.